So, well, welcome to the world of Black Hat ASO. You may ask why I decided to discuss and present this topic. Because it's very, very uncomfortable. Like, everyone wants to know about it, but really, how can you learn about it? But at most conferences, people do not like to talk about Black Hat ASO because it's a forbidden thing. But first of all, what is Black Hat ASO? There are things that are white hat ASO, things that are recommended according to all policies. There are things that are forbidden, and there is something in between, which is gray hat, which is not forbidden, but not very good. So tonight, or tomorrow, this morning, we will concentrate on the first thing. Like, is it also, like, no, it's fine. I'm thinking a question. Oh yeah, it works, good. So, what is Black Hat ASO? My ASO journey started a long time ago, and the first thing I learned was basically that Black Hat ASO disregards the rules of app stores completely and uses unfair advantage to compete against your competition, which is very good. Before we go next and discuss everything, there is a very good thing from the law, ignorantia juris non executat. What it means, ignoring the law does not excuse. If you don't know that something you do is Black Hat ASO, it doesn't mean that you will not be punished. You have to know very good what is good and what is bad. So, first of all, Android, keyword stuffing. Keyword stuffing is the first technique, which is actually very, very easy to do, because all you have to do is to stuff your long description with keywords. For example, someone really wanted to get top 1 rank for hashtag, and used all the different hashtags, keywords. To tell the truth, this developer is not ranked top 1 for the keyword hashtag. Why? Because keyword stuffing is not the only thing that helps you to get ranked top 1 for a certain keyword and overall. And believe it looks bad. I mean, at least they look it kind of okay, but generally it's not good. The other thing is keyword misuse. Well, how does it look like? So basically, when you really want to rank for your competitions or for some really good keywords with high volume, but you don't know how to make it work. So, for example, the first example is from the long description of one of the dating apps, where they say that they are part of the Match group, which also owns other dating applications like Tinder and so on and so forth. Does it bring any additional value to your customers? No. Does it make you rank higher for those keywords? Potentially yes, but it's still not the main factor. Something else what I love is when in the long description in Google Play, people start asking, you can share content from our application on Twitter, Facebook, Google, Meta, anything else. But honestly, which rank will you get if you do this? Very likely between 200 and 500, because there are at least 500 other smart asses like you who will do the same. So you're not alone and you're not very creative doing such things. And the last thing I love is mentioning all different things like pop stars or actors to get ranked for their keywords. If you want to find the creepiest applications ever, please Google on Google Play Dua Lipa. You will be very, very much surprised. Okay, other than that, there is something else people do as a black hat technique because they want to rank higher for certain keywords and they want to trick the system telling that your application is better than it actually is. So it's keyword stuffed reviews. It's actually a combination of different Black Hat ASO practices, but the goal of this is to rank higher for certain keywords. Honestly, it doesn't work. Why? Because when doing some kind of analytical approach, trying to work with different clients, it just doesn't help, and it looks creepy. The other thing where people do it, because especially in Google Play, like most of my examples are from Google Play, you can go to the rating and review section, and it actually takes into account every keywords that are used in your presentations, in your App Store listing, to see how usable your application is, how fast, what's the design, and what are the topics people are complaining or worshiping about. This data may be potentially used for browse traffic and for featuring collections, but again, the money you're putting into this are not proportional to the revenue you will get. Okay, and what are different things? There are very good technique, very advertised to this. We will get you to the top chart, top 3, top grossing. And what is the worst about it? It's a vanity metric, because normal users, not your competitors, do not care who is on the top chart. When someone goes to the Play Store and App Store, the first thing they do, they search. They do not go to the top charts, especially on Google Play, where you have to go to the top charts and then select the different sections they are interested in. However, it costs money, and what can be worse, if you go to the top charts and then you lose the volume, you can also lose your keyword ranking for different keywords. So again, if you have a KPI from your boss to say, we want to be the first, please go and do it, waste your money. But if you want to make money, to be found on the right positions on the Play Store, getting to the top is not very, very good thing. Other thing, keyword boosting. So the first side, this is bot installs that get you just to the top. No matter how people find you, people download your application, you are top 3, you are top grossing, well, and then you're gone away forever. But the next one, the next one is boosting keywords. There are a lot of services that some of them even look legit, that we will help you to get ranked top 1 for a certain keyword. First of all, on the next slide, I will show you why it doesn't work. Okay, so this is, again, search query for the keyword motivation on Google Play in the United States. Who is the first? It's the brand. It is motivation application. They take most of the space. What we see next? We see the ads, UAC campaigns, hooray. Then we see 2 browse placements. And that's the second one, daily motivational quotes. Who is ranked top 3? Have you seen it here? I don't see it here. And if the ASO manager approaches their team and says, like, look, we are top 3 for keyword motivation, you'll still have 0 traffic. Voila! Keyword boosting works? No, it will not work, because you will not get top 1, because keyword is branded. If you get top 2, you will be hidden, and you will be daily motivational long, long ago. Again, you can get there, but even being ranked top 1, top 3, top 5 does not mean you will have those installs many companies tell you will have. Okay, so this is a very little cheat sheet. There are things that you have to pay for, things you don't have to pay for. If you're doing manipulations on the indexed fields, well, you do it, you don't pay anything, but you can be banned, your account can be suspended, or it may work. For the other side, you can do keyword boosting, you can do install boosting, and you have to pay. And the main question I have is actually profitability. Is it worth doing what you do? It's kind of easy to get ranked top 1, like in some Asian countries or even in the United States, but cost-benefit ratio, well, it's very, very questionable. Before we go to the second part, I just want to ask, have anyone watched the movie Fake Famous from HBO? Can you raise your hands? Oh my God, thank you. One person, I appreciate it. Basically, that's the movie of HBO when the guy took 3 random people in LA and made them influencers. How? By posting pictures and writing fake reviews, make comments, and creating false engagement and likes. In the end, after 3 months, the girl had 300,000 followers. She had everything she wanted, a lot of free stuff, free vacation, just for working with bots. So bots, fake reviews, read fake conversion rate optimization is not an ASO thing. It exists everywhere. I don't want you to believe in conspiracy, but bots are everywhere. Okay, so again, some cringe websites where you could buy reviews. There are a lot of them. What you have to do is to buy App Store reviews, and you will have all these beautiful things. The question here again, why you need it? But before, I just want to share with you some beautiful and brilliant applications. Female fitness, female workout, 5 stars, ideal application, no flaws, no glitches, and everyone love it. Some people say it's the best game ever. Some person says it's a great app for your apps. Some person says, oh my God, just go and read. again, if you want to check if your competitors on any application or game on the App Store does Black Hat ASO, any of those reviews may be real. But if you take a step back and analyze 100 reviews, and if all of them look very similar, then it's time for you to think, is it real? Here we have two different applications. So we have fasting, which has very good rating, like the best application for fasting, even though I do not fast. But what we see here is actually the example of keyword stuffed, because we have good interface and good app and very good interface. Those are, and of course they are posted one after another, so the Google algorithm definitely know that its design is on top. The same applies, it's easy to use, and easy to use again, just to show how usability is very well. Honestly, if you Google the keyword fasting, they will not be the best one, but they still spend money to have such good reviews and have such good reputation. Something else that I love is, again, very good application for meditation, and just awesome app, amazing app, awesome app, amazing app. I have nothing else to say in here. Just two beautiful reviews. I can't believe myself such a marvelous app exists. I would surely love to meet the creator of this app. I mean, I have never ever seen such a good review on applications I worked for organically. The other thing, something that you can identify that someone uses Black Hat ASO techniques with their reviews, is we have to thank Google Sheet, Excel, and HTML processes, because in some cases they change apostrophe with strange signs, and instead of saying it, you will see it, la 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 la, great. It means that someone uses Excel spreadsheet to ask and buy reviews. Again, it's a very common case where you see a lot of shitty application with very good ratings and very good reviews. Oh, okay, yeah, this is my favorite. It's definitely not a scam, not a sure at all. And on the contrary to those which are very, very short, sometimes you can have long and beautiful reviews with very good explanation why you love it, but it turns out that's still a scam. Okay, what can happen if you buy fake reviews? You become like a drug addict, because your review in the store looks 5 stars, your real rating is 3 stars, and if you stop doing that, your conversion rate is gone, or at least you think your conversion rate is gone. The problem is, okay, you can accept it, your boss now is more like okay with having bad rating, but not wasting money on the reviews. But here are 2 problems. First of all, your former partners may want so hard to get your back that they will start posting for you 1-star reviews. Or you may have a very bad competition who can buy 1-star reviews for you, and you can be a subject of a keyword attack on the reviews part. This is an example from the Play Store where suddenly, with no release, you start seeing more and more ones going up and up and up. And you think, what the hell went wrong? First thing, what you have to do is to check where those bad reviews are actually coming from. So the first thing you will notice that there are some old versions with relatively bad marks. So on average, on Android 9, you have high rating. On older versions, you have bad rating. The other thing you have to check is how many actual users you have on all those versions. Because if it turns out that every second user from Android 6.0 is leaving you a review, it's either a problem with usability on those versions, or those reviews are coming from people who are not your exact customers. The other thing, sometimes bots use old, like they do not even install your application completely before leaving a review. That's why they do not have any app version. And here you can clearly see that it was a review attack, because the average rating is higher in here, but it's very bad in here with a lot of ratings. So someone hasn't even downloaded the app, so they click the button install, then paused it, left a review, and gone away. The other thing, you can check for duplicates. Again, you download all the reviews you have in Google Play, and on App Store you can do it easily within stores. And voila, we have Folks Don't Waste Your Money, it's a total ripoff on October 26th, and you have Folks Don't Waste Your Money, it's a total ripoff. 2 people, only 30 minutes between postings. Okay, it doesn't look suspicious. For me, it does. And what is more suspicious, it doesn't have any version code, any version name, and it has, again, an old Android version. It has Android 8.0 and 6.0. And there are a lot of cases like this. Maybe when someone from your competitors want so hard to disappoint you, so they ask different companies and send them all the same reviews, so you become disappointed. Something else, this is a completely different story. One day I received 20 reviews, which were very nicely written. They were with new Android version, and all of them had photos. Some time ago, I worked a lot with photo stocks, and I can easily identify photos from Shutterstock. And it turned out that all nicely built reviews had profile pictures from the Shutterstock to make reviews appear more real. Again, if you have just one review like this, it looks very real. But when you have 20 reviews in a row, which follow the same pattern, which look exactly the same, then you start thinking maybe there's something wrong with it. So here's the checklist. If you think that suddenly, for no obvious reason, your application rating goes down by a very, very lot, well, maybe you're a subject of a fake review attack. If all the complaints are super generic, then again, your application is a rip-off, no views of tiny, no money, anything. People, when they feel pain, when they complain, usually they like to tell you everything, how much I was charged and when and why, how they contacted support, while bots sometimes, in many cases, prefer just to be very specific. They are lazy and they use the same one-star reviews on many applications. The other thing, bots do not always have new versions of phones, especially like companies from some like Middle Asia. And that's why I check for old versions, but generally check what devices your reviews are coming from and other common devices for your application or game. And last but not least, I didn't mention it here, sometimes bots get very creative. They use Google Translate to post the same review in 5 different languages. And if you know a language and you feel that it makes no sense, well, they also can just take English, use Google Translate, and see if you have the same bad ratings, bad reviews in different languages. Why I'm telling all of this? Because you can easily go and Google and find different black ASO techniques and use them. The point is, there are more negative points that people do not usually talk about, just like wasting money, just like being the victim of review attack. And, well, you need to be aware of doing this. Today, I concentrated more on Android because you can find a lot of great cases about scam applications, about Apple misuse of their own policy on Twitter of this amazing developer in the LA. And moreover, he sues Apple. I mean, if I ever had a chance, I would just say how much I appreciate this person for doing that. And he actually reveals many fake applications with fake reviews. And again, that's a great source to understanding how Black Hat ASO works. So, still, if you have money and if you want to dedicate it on ASO or Black Hat ASO, just go for paid UA, such as Apple Search Ads as UAC campaigns, because you will have more visibility. On Apple Store, you will have the top placement. On Google Play, you will have browse and search traffic. And which is more important, you will have analytics, clarity, and your mind will be good because you're not doing anything bad. So never pay people for love your application, and try to make the application other people will love. Thank you for your time and attention.